Hi, I'm Anna.
And I'm Ben.
And we are AutoSave. Welcome to our channel.
Today we're watching Death Note episode 28.
Yes.
Last episode, 27, we got a pretty decent introduction to two characters who I think are going to be important until the end of the series, Nier and Mello. Mello eats chocolate in a way that is very infuriating.
It's in squares for a reason.
Nier is very bad at darts. That is their whole personality. No,
that was devastating.
So L loved eating candy. He loved doing little puzzles, building things, and it seems like Nier has like the puzzle game side in him, where Mello has the ooh, I like candy side in him. Nier seems to have more financial backing than Mello, working with the SPK. And Mello seems to be working with like a more underground, sketchy.
Why do they want the Death Note? It's probably for nefarious reasons.
Well, Mello's whole like intention here, seemingly, or at least majority of his intention, is to beat Nier in finding Kira, where Nier is just trying to find Kira. I wonder if Nier's at all like. I know he's not like the emotional one, but I wonder if he's at all kind of like, oh, you. Like, L's dead. There's somebody faking L. I'm more motivated because of that reason. Like, that he is, going forward as heavy-handed in the case as he is.
It'll be interesting to see him possibly have an emotional side. Like, I'm wondering what would sway his emotions where we would, like, see them physically in how he is animated, because it seems like he is similar to L. We never really saw much in terms of like emotional reactions except for very specific scenes and times. Sometimes they were more comedic, but it'd be interesting to see what is the kind of equalizer, what can make one of them more serious and more logical, and what can make the other one more emotional.
Yeah. But while we've met them, we also have the story progression of Sayu being captured after the director had been killed from Light Kira.
I should have thought it was weird once they had that little scene of her coming home all grown up, and Matsuno was like, I have a crush on you. And everyone was like, haha, you're so old.
Yeah. I think everyone's going to LA. I think Misa's probably going to go. Shinigami Eyes.
You gotta have her there. I mean, how else is Light going to save his sister without that, And, Misa has a great reason to go to LA. She is a popular model. They could easily get her a gig there and it not be weird that she is also traveling there. Not be weird for Light to travel there too as her...
You know what, though? Maybe she can't, because they wanted Chief Yagami to come alone. If Chief Yagami and Light arrive with a world-renowned model, then that's going to cause a little bit of suspicion.
But, what if Light goes with Misa as her not fiance, because he hasn't proposed, but he's her significant other, and it's well known, and she's going for a gig. And so they go separately to LA, Light with Misa as her entourage.
If Mello knew about it, though, I think he'd catch on, because obviously Light Yagami, he knows that that the chief has a son, I'm assuming.
True. Because he was able to find out who Sayu was.
Exactly. So I'm a little worried on that front. We know that Light wasn't willing to just kill Sayu right off the bat, like he was the chief.
Which is great.
But if
fantastic.
If he ever gets to the mindset of, in his mind, would it be for the greater good to kill my sister so that my reality can come to fruition or continue to grow, then that's gonna be pretty. That's fucked up. There's already no coming back from starting to be Kira.
But what he's done, there's no coming back from that. And I highly believe what you just said, that if someone, even a good person, were to get in the way of this greater good goal, then how would they benefit the greater good if they're going to get in the way of it, you know? Like, why would you want someone to be around that would make them a villain in some regard, right? If they were going to get in the way of everyone being safe and happy.
Are we going to get any more Misa lingerie scenes? These are the questions.
These are the important questions.
Yeah. I'm ready to get into it, you.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Have you ever tried to scream?
Yeah.
I never had the house alone to myself to be able to try.
I quickly learned that I do not have the ability to know if I was doing it right or not, or if I was...
how do you do it without hurting yourself, honestly?
God damn it.
This show has a fascination with showing people eat food in a really precarious way.
I'm gonna take this chip.
Mello doesn't even do a voice changer. Like, come on.
Come to LA by yourself in 2 days and bring the notebook with you.
But last, L number 2.
I like Nier's voice actor a lot.
Center of the SPK.
Why do I feel like I'm talking to L?
I told you that we wouldn't rely on L, but that's a bit of an understatement. We are outraged by the recent murder of the director of the NPA and feel something must be done.
After reviewing the information, I believe there's a possibility that solving this case could lead to the arrest of Kira. I'm willing to lend you my full support.
Lead to the arrest of Kira? Who is he anyway? This confidence.
The girl in exchange for the notebook, I assume.
Yes.
Understood. I'll have a team on standby in LA. Also, I can monitor the city via satellite. Or...
On second thought, I'll let you have full authority on this, Al.
See how he handles it?
That's good. It means we're taking the lead.
I think I'd rather, have the FBI and CIA when you're in LA, you know? Jurisdiction with that.
Yeah, it means there'll be an opportunity to take advantage of them. Of course, saving people's lives is important, but as the SPK, our primary goal is very clear. We'll work to get the notebook and capture Kira once and for all.
At this point, I don't care if it costs me my life. Please, just save Sayu.
Oh, man.
Stop talking like that, Dad. You might have made your peace with the idea of dying, but have you ever thought about how painful it would be for everyone else you leave behind? I'd never be able to forgive you if you ended up dying in front of Sayu. It's true that you might lose contact with us, but if that happens and you have to make a split-second decision by yourself, then I want you to do whatever's necessary to make sure both you and Sayu get out of this alive.
All right.
It's so hard to tell if how genuine he is.
You really want me to go to Los Angeles with you?
Yeah.
No, Mike! You're the best!
They got a parrot.
Gosh, I better start packing right away.
That's
They
gonna
have a
be the
pet
downfall.
together. It's real.
It's going to be mimicking eyes, Shinigami, Kira.
If things go badly, I may have to kill Sayu.
He
Shit.
said I may have to. Misa heard it. He didn't say it like he wanted to. That's
Yeah.
last resort.
But he's
Have to
considering
save
it.
Yeah.
But to be safe,
Do you think Misa and Light have sex in front of Ryuk?
I want you to tail my father closely and get on the same plane as him.
I don't even know if they do anything like that.
Get a haircut so they won't recognize me.
Okay.
Fresh
I
cut.
kind of missed the hair though.
Mr. Yagami, who are you? One of the kidnappers?
You're going to board flight SC-333. I have your tickets with me.
I understand.
Someone has intercepted him at Narita. Should I arrest him? Calm down, Aizawa. Don't make any sudden moves.
I'll tell them at the gate I'm a police officer, and they'll...
Get a hold of yourself.
This one's going to LA too.
Could they have somehow arranged for another plane?
Flight SC-333, flight SC-333, do you copy? Do you copy? You have strayed from your flight path.
Wow.
They took over the plane.
I assure you everything's okay. This is a detour.
What the?
Is this like a different Watery?
Tell me, what's going on up there?
We're simply making a detour and a quick stop to drop off a passenger.
What?
By radar. However, if you attempt to call the authorities to interfere with our course, I will not hesitate to crash. the
Holy shit.
passengers with you.
It's fucking brutal, dude.
This is bad light. I mean L.
Uh-oh.
Was suspicious. pilot's a veteran of over 15 years. The co-pilot checks out clean too.
The pilot looked like
And the
it was
kidnappers are
him.
powerful enough to
Influence these people.
Looks like I have no choice.
Ed, I'm sure you're aware of our current situation. I need you to do me a favor.
All right, Al. Agreed. We'll locate the landing site and keep surveillance over the area using
Is it weird that I kind of hope that Nier is impressed by
If there's
light?
anything else we can do, don't hesitate to let us know.
No, it's not weird.
Yagami, right now you're the only one who can hear my voice.
I'm the one who kidnapped your daughter, but that was the wrong idea. I have no interest in your daughter's life, one way or the other. There's only one thing I want, and you know what that is. The notebook.
I'm going to give the notebook to some criminal in exchange for my daughter's life. When the time comes, what's the right thing to do?
Dang!
As a police officer.
Chief Yagami has the best, like, morality questions. I mean, like, the
Yeah.
whole scene where he had to pretend to kill Light, like, he has the biggest dilemmas, almost, I feel like, for, like, a good, genuine-hearted character.
It's a really tough question when it comes to morality, because morality in what eyes, in what perspective?
It's
Like
like
he said,
another
as a
greater
parent.
good compared to he's willing to risk giving the notebook to a
Yo,
criminal
what?
for Sayu, and then the desert. Well, he's an experienced pilot to land the plane like that there.
He's been a pilot for a long time, they said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wonder what it took to influence him. Like, how much money or...
Another kidnapping of
Yeah.
family members.
Al, we've been able to use our satellite cameras to pinpoint where the plane has landed.
Dad,
Oh, do you see the little sweat droplet?
Yeah.
How will he make the exchange in a place like that?
This
is
so
so
weird.
wild.
It's like another planet.
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel like he's on Mars?
This show has come so far. Yo.
What? Oh, they're rich. They have a lot of money.
You see the entrance, don't you, Yagami?
Satellite can't track you there.
Oh my
Well,
god.
isn't that interesting?
the kidnapper must have predicted that we'd be watching him by satellite. That means there's no way to keep an eye on Dad.
It's because Mello's thinking about what would Nier do.
God damn.
The glass is bulletproof, understand?
Oh, fuck.
Had to do that to me.
To a crime syndicate. They used to make trades just like this. Slide the notebook through here. Once that's done, I'll release the lock.
Holy shit. Are they not going to do a confirmation of if the notebook's legit?
On my side and the girl on yours. If you don't agree to this trade, I'll shoot your daughter through this opening.
Al, do you have a plan?
You can't seriously think that handing the notebook over to someone you don't know is a good idea, can you?
Interesting.
Open the
They had to
notebook
do something with the
directly
notebook.
into the slot in the glass door on your left.
They're going to have to test it out.
At this rate, the notebook's gonna be...
Light, is everything okay? Is something wrong? You look kind of...
Misa, just shut up and do what I told you, alright?
Holy shit.
Look,
But who is this guy?
just get on with it, alright?
Taking out your anger on her, huh?
Yo.
I can still make it. But at this rate, it's my only option.
Do you think Misa's going to stop him?
Now then, I'll test the notebook.
Test it. You're gonna kill someone? No, I can't allow that.
We can't make the trade without making sure it's the real thing.
I can't do it. No one but the police knows about this case. If Sayu dies, I can't blame her death on Kira.
Kill one of your own men. Fucking great, dude.
That's what you get when you steal from me.
Okay.
Goods behind my back. He's a worthless idiot.
They had previously picked out who they would test it on. Oh my gosh.
462. The target is dead. Now let it go. We'll make the exchange for your daughter.
God damn.
Hey, they actually made it.
Be careful. We still don't know what they're planning.
They
for
could
beyond.
kill them anyway.
And I need you to maintain surveillance of that helicopter until it lands.
You seem to think that's quite an easy task. Nevertheless, we'll do what we can.
I'm sorry, I'm afraid we've been tricked.
Is that a missile? Holy no! What? Oh my god.
Whoa. Is the notebook on that thing?
Oh.
Boss, I'm sure you were watching. I did everything you asked me to, just like we planned.
Then this is gonna wipe out all those past screw-ups of mine, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking kill you,
No,
dude.
he's about to kill him.
Near the helicopter.
I thought so.
In that case, it means the notebook is definitely on the missile.
Damn! We can't track it.
Weird to see him like that.
Yeah. Part of me thought they were gonna prepare a fake notebook with like a page that's real.
He would have already laid out the flight plan accordingly.
Interesting.
He should be getting his hands on the notebook any moment now. And when he does, I have a good idea of what he'll do next.
They're in a total different location than that underground facility.
Yeah.
Is it all gonna come crashing down? Oh, imagery.
It's like just one dice, right? One die.
Wait. 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 Nier's whole team.
Holy shit, Mello.
Did he keep those two alive specifically?
He got us.
Got you?
Yes. The majority of the SPK's members have just been...
Holy shit.
Hell, you were the one who handed over the notebook without a fight. You and your people were totally helpless.
Are you saying if you were in command, you wouldn't have handed it over?
No. Considering their preparations, it would have been impossible to avoid this. I propose we work together and share the information we know.
Holy shit, Analytical's right.
Starters, I should admit that I have a very good idea of who the culprit behind this might be. I suspect the person who arranged the kidnapping and the trade is someone who goes by the name Mello. I don't have his photograph and I don't know his real name.
Liar.
It was 4 years ago. He was living at an orphanage located in Winchester, England. I believe Mello is playing a game with me. He wants to see which of us will be the first to take down Kira.
This is so interesting, dude.
Why are we here?
Armo Justin?
It's Armonia, Justin.
Harmonia, Justin.
I've got a little problem. The old man said that Ryuk said it was his, and that he had dropped it and took it. So, what do you think I should do to get it back?
Guess you have no choice but to find Ryuk and ask him yourself.
So, I guess I have to go to...
Yes!
Yep, that's right. Have fun.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
That sucks.
Oh, things are getting very interesting.
So what does that mean that he's going? What does that mean for us?
Dude,
like,
if only I knew.
Is that introduced, like, so Ryuk took his Death Note, right?
Oh, so that means he doesn't have a Death Note. What can he do?
Well,
What can
he
the
should have his own Death Note?
Well, he said he lost. Ryuk took it.
Yeah,
or
you're
whatever.
right. That's probably, yeah.
But I was starting to think, like, what if Nier gets a notebook and a Shinigami, and then Mello has a notebook, and then Light has a notebook, and all of them have notebooks? What do you think?
I don't think there's not a connection.
Crazy.
I know there's not a connection that I don't think that Nier would get a notebook.
Well, if this guy's mad at Ryuk,
yeah.
wouldn't he want to get in the way of Ryuk's fun?
I did not think we were gonna be introduced to another Shinigami.
No,
like,
that looks like a mummy worm.
Yeah.
Like one of those, like, you know, like SpongeBob. There's like that worm that lives. It was like the Krusty Krab pizza episode. And it's like a worm that like is inside a rock or whatever, has a big mouth.
I didn't really watch SpongeBob.
Oh. Well then like Star Wars, never mind.
I don't watch things. Mello's a dick.
He cares so much about
this game.
And like Nier seems to be interested in games, so to some degree Nier probably enjoys the fact that they're playing a game. Slightly, maybe he does.
Yeah, but like, yes, but like L, I guess, had this like image of a greater good and his morality of the scenario. Mello's just like, I don't fucking like. Yeah, these are good people who are working for the SPK. I don't fucking give a shit. As long as it benefits me and my game. And Nier's just like unmoved by it. He got us. It was like couldn't have been stopped.
It's
He's
just
playing a game.
interesting that all Mello sees. It's like the only thing he sees, his only reality, his only like world is Nier's existence. What that means for him, that he's not the top, he's not the best, and that he has to keep challenging Nier. And that's all he cares about, and that's all he sees.
I guess I saw like I didn't see Mello and Nier's rivalry to go like life and death. I don't know, like it didn't like in my head I'm like, oh yeah, they're rivals, but they're still working on the same side of a sense of justice and like sense of like we need to kill Kira because he's like a criminal.
I didn't see it taking like a one of them goes underworld
to
seedy people and criminals, but
so does
it makes it more interesting.
Does Mello not have Nier? Is Nier not Nier's real name? Is there a reason he didn't kill Nier? Like,
well, that's the thing. Remember when I brought up the fact that it was an orphanage and they might have either gotten their names changed, or something. So the only person who might know any of their real names is a person with Shinigami eyes.
Yeah. Do you think that if Nier is his real name, do you think Mello would have killed him if he had a chance? No.
Maybe after winning.
That's a good point. That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
I think it's like neither of them would want to kill each other off until they win, kind of thing.
There's no sense of like right in the world anymore without L.
Honestly, like Light was L. Sorry, was the like L did some things and said some things that. I don't know, there's weird morality in this show. I can't be like, oh, but he did amazing things. He did so many good things. Because, like, he did some stuff that I didn't agree with.
He did mostly great stuff. I mean, like, even when it came to, like, trying to test out, like, the person, Lindell Taylor, right? He was a convict on death row.
Yeah.
Like, he, like, at least had a sense of morality that was consistent enough to be...
It was a person that was already going to be put to death.
He had a consistent enough morality that it was easy for me to see that it was a sense of good in the world. He had a sense of right. Whether I agree with it or not, like, to the T. But in this scenario, there's no one. Maybe Chief Yagami, but in the main three, like, Nier, Mello, and Light, like...
all of them are a little warpy.
Yeah.
If anything, Nier's probably the closest.
You think anybody watching this episode thought that Sayu and the Chief died here?
I was wondering.
In the helicopter?
I didn't realize the two different helicopters thing. Once the guy was, like, talking to the boss man, being like, oh, I made up for the things I did wrong, I was like, I feel like they aren't actually on it. This was a kill two birds with one stone situation. It was a have the SPK not be able to track the missile, but also kill this guy that messed up a bunch of times.
I felt really I was like, obviously Misa isn't like a righteous character or anything, and she's done fucked up shit, but I still felt really fucking bad for her when Light was yelling at her. Like, I've been taking it out on her. Like, I don't know. It was like...
I mean, Ryuk even said he's taking out his anger on her.
Yeah.
Like, he's not actually mad at her. He's taking out the frustration he has over things not working out the way his brain said they would.
Yeah, I mean, Light's shirt's really cool, though.
The frustration and in this moment, I mean, you might have to kill your sister. If someone starts talking behind you, of course you're going to be like, shut up. I need to think of how to save my sister and not have to kill her. So, like, I understood the frustration there. Because that was a really tense moment of, like, life or death for people he loves.
Well, what's the reasoning that he didn't kill his sister here? No one knows, no one but the police knows. If Sayu dies, I can't blame her death on Kira.
Well, that was his last reason why he couldn't do it. I think he needed to justify not doing it to himself.
Well, I don't think so. Like, it felt like when he said I can't do it, I expected it to be like it's my dad and my sister, but it wasn't that. It was no one knows about the case. No one but the police knows about the case. If Sayu dies, I can't blame her death on Kira. Then I'm like, oh shit! Like it did come down to the matter of like an logistic and analytical decision.
It did come down to it.
Like, so if in that sense, if that wasn't a factor and it would have benefited Kira, then I think he would have done it.
We didn't get a true test of how far he would go.
I think he would have done it.
Well, he said he would.
Yeah.
He said in the bathroom, I may have to kill her. And, like, I like that language because they even, like, italicized the may, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then there they italicized the can't and I can't do it. It's very interesting because it was like, it shows that his character doesn't want to. And it's not easy for him.
I don't think it's necessarily easy, but I think he does it 10 times out of 10
Well, he
here
would do it no matter what for his goal. Like, he said that in the bathroom. But he didn't say, I will kill her if it comes down to it. He said, I may have to.
I know.
You know, and it's like the language there is a little bit... It's bad nonetheless that he would kill her. But it to me showed that it would at least be hard for him.
I think it would be hard, but if he killed Sayu here, I think it's checkmate on himself, right? He's being checkmated into everybody knows that Kira has this information and knows what's happening and would be willing to kill somebody that close to them. Like, I think if it was like,
I mean, Nier would have surely been suspicious.
I definitely think he would have killed her at this point, which sucks, and that was my question going into it. But in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I think Light would have done it right here. But who knows? Maybe we're going to get faced with a similar decision later on. I don't know what the hell's going to happen now with Mello having a death note. Like,
there really was not... I was happy in a way to hear Nier say that there wasn't another way to do this. Because at first I was like, wait, there was another way to do this? And then Nier was like, no.
That's why the Shinigami's being introduced. He's going to be Mello Shinigami, right?
Oh, because that book that they have might be actually his?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Mello doesn't need a Shinigami.
I mean, he does. Like as a plot device, right?
Yeah. Oh, and he looks so creepy.
In order to be like offered Shinigami eyes, for example, he will have to have a Shinigami.
Mello would totally take the Shinigami eyes.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Would Nier take them? Ooh.
I don't know. I don't know Nier's sense of justice really yet, if there is one. I know, like, obviously he wants to find Kira.
Because it was almost like passed to him like a totem pole, kind of like.
Like a torch.
Torch, yeah. I don't know why I said totem pole. Those are heavy. I was imagining those poles when you're doing like a relay.
Yeah.
What are they called?
I'm not even sure.
Poles.
Yeah.
He's doing it more like because the torch was passed to him, and less because he's driven by this goal of I want to catch Kira and save the world. It's more like, oh, this is my job now. I'm taking over for L.
It could be something deeper, like
it could be. We just haven't.
Yeah.
I don't think been introduced to. Other than him liking games and challenges, but also kind of being raised as a possible heir to the L legacy.
Yeah, and his just, I guess, reaction to the people that he's been working with a little while. just dying in front of him. He like didn't really have anything. I know he's really not emotional, but
The eyes are so reminding me of Elle.
yeah.
And like, I wish I could go back now and analyze every reaction Elle had to someone on their side dying near him. Like Ukita. You know?
Well, Elle hated the idea of anybody. Well, and he hated it for twofold, right? He hated it, one, because good people didn't deserve to die that way. They didn't do anything wrong. And I think he hated it because he was developing these relationships with these people that he was working with. And
well, we did say that maybe Nier and Mello are like two halves.
yeah.
And so maybe Nier's very like dissociated from like emotions. So maybe he doesn't feel like affinity towards people or connection towards people or emotionally driven by connections with other people. Where we saw that, like, I mean, think of the rooftop scene with Elle and Light and then the afterwards.
Yeah.
You know, like we know that Elle felt things.
Yeah.
And he felt things for the people. He felt things even for the person he thought was the villain of the story.
I thought...
Which is wild.
It is. I thought Misa was about to, like, stop Light.
I was thinking that she would come up behind him or something and be like, I heard you in the bathroom, don't do it.
Yeah.
But it happened so fast.
I imagined a scene of Misa being like, don't do it, don't do it. Light, like, throws her to the ground. And by the time he writes Sayu, the notebook's already been traded, and Chief's gotten Sayu.
Oh.
And then Sayu dies in the Chief's arms.
Oh, and he kills her for no reason.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I thought was going to happen.
Well, the timing was so weird there, because how did he know? Because he couldn't see. It was an underground facility. He couldn't see when the notebook was passed over.
He had to decide ASAP.
He didn't know who the person they were going to practice on was, and he didn't know that person died.
Mm-hmm.
It was a timing thing that you're so right that if he had actually written her name down, he probably would have been off by like a minute, and she would have already been safe. Maybe even like about to exit the underground facility.
Mm-hmm.
Wild. Why did those three survive is my question. Did they have really good alias? Did he decide to just keep... Maybe he decided to keep the three, like, not senior ones alive. Like, the ones that are newer.
Maybe.
So, like, they're less experienced.
Maybe he just didn't have their name. Maybe... I'm not sure. I am unsure. I like Nier because I like his voice a lot, and I like how his aesthetic is. It reminds me of Elle, of course. Mm-hmm. How could you not? Like, you know... I can't tell if he's wearing shoes or not, which is a little irritating.
I think it's socks.
Okay. No bare feet.
The dice imagery. Do you think that girl in the SPK cuts off all of her hair and is the girl in the intro with the short hair?
Perhaps.
Her face kind of looks the same.
The fact that only one of his legs is up does not bode well for his intelligence if you're comparing it to Elle.
Oh, how does Mello sit? Go back to when he was like sitting on the couch. I think he was all the way down, but I'm not sure.
Mello might be like one of the most he's just like crisscross.
Crisscross applesauce.
Yeah.
So he still has his legs up.
Mello, I don't like Mello. I really don't like Mello.
His outfit choice is interesting to me.
I think his character design's cool, but like
top with the little tummy showing.
Yeah, I like his character design. I just don't like his just him like he's a good character for the show. I'm just like personally I'm like grr.
I think it's maybe that I don't feel so like Light in a way is the hero and he's the villain of this story. And I feel like I love Light as a character and I'm invested. Mm-hmm. But like Mello hasn't like gotten me yet.
Yeah.
I'm like, you kind of just seem like a doofus at the moment for just chasing after Nier and wanting to ruin everything for him.
Do you think we're going to get a reason why they don't work well together? Like, is
like backstory of like them as kids.
There's no way we're not going, like in my mind, I'm like, okay, we don't really know a motivation other than I don't work well with him and I'm going to beat him in this challenge. And I'm like, you're kind of petty, bro. Like,
yeah, like I don't don't feel connected to him. I don't feel, and I think it's just because right now he's so petty and surface about everything. Like, I could get into Light's reasoning for doing all this, you know, because he wants, like, it would be nice if the world didn't have criminals, you know? And people could walk around feeling safe, you know? Like, if everything was butterflies and rainbows, that would be awesome, right? But, like, to get there, like, you know, but anyway, I could feel some sort of understanding of the fact that that's what he wanted, and that's his goal for the planet, that's his ideal for the planet. But, like, Mello, I'm like, you are just acting like a petty, bratty kid, and you could have helped Nier. Like, he could have helped the whole world, and he decided, I'd rather get in the way of Nier helping the whole world.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, at least try to catch Kira first so you can win the challenge for the whole world and be like, haha, Nier, I saved the whole world. But no, it's like, I'm gonna do it because I want to make sure you don't save the whole world. Like,
What do you think the pilot's gonna do? Like, just, gonna go back and get arrested? Or do you think, like, he's been offered such a deal that he's going to be given, like, a crap ton of money and, like, a new identity or something?
Oh. Well,
like,
we brought up, like, what if he also had people being kidnapped, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I think I said maybe this is a case where money could influence it, but also that we know that they will do ransom and they will do trades. So I don't know.
I mean, that's another instance of Nier in his ideology, or not Nier, sorry, Mello being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna risk this whole plane full of innocent people in order to get this notebook, because okay, that's a question. How does this get him closer to Kira?
Exactly. At the moment, it just seems like it puts him on a level playing field in a way with Kira, as far as he knows. But if anything, the first thing he does is to make a statement to Nier, like, look, I'm gonna kill all your people.
Is it bait? Like, is it like, okay, I'm gonna start killing people too, and if you see me killing people that you don't agree with the ideology of, then that's gonna put you in a position where you have to come stop me?
I hope so, but I don't even know if he's thinking about Kira.
Well, he has to, because his whole goal is to beat Nier in this, like, competition, right?
Yeah,
so
but
he has to be thinking about it.
Maybe after he does this, he'll think about it, but I feel like he's so focused on Nier that was in the back of his mind, was, then I'll think about Kira after I kill all of Nier's SPK people.
I think that it was a part of his grand plan to get the notebook, to, like, discover Kira and stop him, and on the way, he got to teabag on Nier and kill all of his comrades.
See, I don't know yet if I feel
either.
like Mello has a plan like that, you know?
Yeah.
He could. He could totally have had this as like a, haha, I have a grand plan, but this was my one moment where it could be like, ha, booyah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I just don't know if his character is, like, so petty that he's, like, completely, like, blocking off the actual, like, goal of the challenge.
Bro, Mello's toxic. Honestly.
I guess if you eat chocolate that way, you're toxic.
Like, no, like, he totally is the type of dude who, like, you're having, like, a really nice, like, back and forth with an enemy team in a game. You're like, oh, nice shot, dude. And they're like, thanks. And then, out of nowhere, the bottom frag comes up, kills you, and then starts teabagging you, ruins the whole game. Everybody's upset with each other now. He's toxic, bro.
Oh, that was a great comparison.
I can't stand him.
Exactly. Right now, I can't get into him as a character. Like, I don't feel any type of, I can't wait to see what Mello does yet, you know? Because I'm kind of like, you know?
I just don't, I don't get it.
I'm sure they're going to make me feel differently about him once we get some backstory.
Yeah, every time that my friends and I are playing a game and the other team starts to be toxic, we just copy and paste quirked up white boy with a little bit of swag, busted down sexual style as he go to with the sauce. And that's what I feel like telling Mello right now. I'm just upset with him. I don't like him.
Oh, your friends are gonna love that you put that in here.
That's all I have.
Honestly, that's all I have too.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we hope to see you next time.